Hey folks, welcome to another Rebirth review. This is one I've been looking forward to. It is the Utahraptor, which is a feathered figure. So you can already see loads of different texture on this. A really interesting, distinctive visual for this variety of raptor. Very, very cool variety of raptor. So one I have really been excited for. You can see on the back that pose just looks so awesome, with the claws kind of held quite tight, the feathers drooping down from the arms. This is just an awesome toy. Now, could the paintwork be better? Yes, and we will talk about that. But all in all, I am really, really happy with this one. And that is before I've even got it out of the packaging. So we are just going to get this tail out. And pop it all together. That clicked together really nice and easily. And there we go, we have our Utahraptor. So we'll get the arms down into a good position. Man, oh man, does that look cool. You would not want this thing hunting you. And this is quite cool because I'm writing a story at the moment that involves a Utahraptor. So seeing this in person in the review studio is really awesome. One thing I do want to give you is a sense of scale. So you can see, compared to a human, this is a big raptor. And I think this is accurate. I think Utahraptor was 3 to 4 times the weight of a human being. So this feels pretty on point. Now, in terms of the head, we get this really nice looking black sort of face with the separate teeth pieces that look great. You've got a little bit of white paint around the eye, a little bit of yellow in the eye, and then you have got this kind of orange colour scheme. There's a lot of texture here for feathers, as you can see. Plenty of kind of plumage detailing, and some detail for a couple of quills coming off the back of the head as well. So that looks great. The orange colour then carries down into the body. The paint here is pretty consistent. I have to admit, I'm impressed that Mattel were able to get a colour orange that is pretty close to the plastic they've cast these orange pieces in. You can tell it's slightly different, but it's not horrific. And then you can see the rest of the figure is in this dark brown colour. Again, layers upon layers of feathers. You can tell when Mattel do feathered figures, they really work hard to sculpt each individual feather, and they look so good. I love the way they're bunched up around the kind of end of the foot here, before it then goes down into the musculature and those sickle claws. Now, unfortunately, those sickle claws are not painted. That is a bit disappointing. I would love to see the toe claws painted. That is something we've always had traditionally, so not getting it here is a bit of a letdown. Mattel, if you're watching, please consider the extra paintwork for that. I can appreciate you might need to cut costs, but it would make a huge difference. And then something I've not touched on is the arms. We get these very long spindly arms. And you can see we have more detail for feathers throughout, which looks great. Apologies for the slight cut there, guys. Had an issue with some memory on the SD card. I was just talking about the feathers on the arms. And you can see that they have got individual little feathers coming down from the arms here as well, which look absolutely awesome. Really, really cool stuff. So you can see plenty of detail and texture for those feathers throughout. And then what we get is this really nice feathered tail as well. This reminds me of how they did the sculpting for the Pyroraptor's tail. It just looks so great there. Really, really cool stuff on show. Absolutely awesome work. Now, the colours here are a little bit bland for the back half of the Utahraptor. There is nothing really going on apart from the splashes of orange, but I think it works well enough. So all in all, a really cool figure. We do get a little play feature. We can move the tail up to make it look like the Utahraptor is smelling, and then move it down to make it bite on something. And we can go left and right and then bite at those angles as well. So very much what I've been saying throughout these reviews, the tail and the head are all play feature focused. I personally feel that is a bit unfortunate. It does limit the amount of posability, but I understand why they've done that. Hopefully after we get out of this film wave, in whatever comes next, they may experiment with something that finds more middle ground again. But with all of that said, guys, this has been a closer look at the Utahraptor. Let me know what you think of this figure in the comments below. Make sure to like, favourite and subscribe. And until the next video, take care and have a great week.